This is NDTV and you are watching NDTV Prime.
Hi, and thanks for watching On Art. I'm Manu Subramanian. Tonight, performance takes center stage as we dive into dance, poetry, drama. We'll also see a little bit about the conceptual, a little bit about the classical, and a little bit of something that mixes it all together. It's going to be a thrilling episode. Come along. We wanted to kick off this episode about performance art with our profile of Oddish Saha because we think he really exemplifies what makes performance art so unique. I mean, Oddish once lived in a box for 72 hours for a performance. Let's go inside what makes him tick. Performance art is radical, unusual, even uncomfortable sometimes. It's a form of art that dates back centuries, but has never quite been accepted the way that paintings and sculptures have. After all, here we see men and women embody a variety of characters. They reject narrative and force us to wait to understand the power of the process. In the case of 25-year-old Bangladeshi artist Oddish Saha, it's a way to learn more about yourself and perhaps embody an alien clown in the process. Oddish Saha began making art as a painter and afterward became a successful photographer and photojournalist. His coverage of Bangladesh's riots in 2013 earned him recognition worldwide. But the stress and limits of photojournalism soon began to wear on him, and Oddish Saha began looking to new means of expression.
I was a photographer, so still I am. So it's like there was like certain boundaries where I was trying to provoke some thoughts and then trying to cross the limits and boundaries, and then I found the medium performance art, and there I could bring into in the art, in the space, I could bring into my soul, soul in a sense, my limits, and then I could come out from my limits.
We met Oddish Saha after he put on a performance at Sunaparanta Center for the Arts in Panjim, Goa. The work was slow, then staccato, strange, and also calming. As part of his performance, he walked nearly 5 kilometers and, embodying an extraterrestrial clown, he covered a life cycle over the course of his 2-hour piece.
You don't know what interesting thing about performance art, you try to build one character and then it's end up being something else, you don't have the actual control of the whole situation. You thought about something, and then but at the performance you feel oh, it's becoming something else. So there are some parts of you that you don't have the power to discover in your regular life, but in the performance those things comes out, and then you know yourself more. Performance art is it doesn't deal with the real time. So for outside of our space, the time, there's nothing called time. Time doesn't exist.
What makes up performance art is a surrender to emotion and a willingness to lay bare.
I don't think everybody has that. If everybody has those drive, everybody would be doing this, but everybody is not doing it. But at the same time, there are possibilities maybe everybody has it, but they have their control and they control their insanity in a different way. Somebody will maybe eat lots of food and then control their insanity. Somebody will kill someone and control their insanity. The to not rule, to cope up with the reality, how you deal with it.
But ultimately, performance art, like any art form, is an exploration of humanity, where aren't we all performing a little bit every day?
The familiar and unfamiliar, you make a progress of knowing yourself more. So it's like a knowing yourself.
While Oddish Saha's performance is quite contemporary, let's look at something a bit more classical, Kathakali. We followed along as performers got dressed, painted their faces green, and put on stories of Hindu mythology. First, a layer of yellow. Base makeup made from a paste is spread evenly across the face. Then, a lot of green, or red, or black. Finally, dark lines are drawn around the eyes to exaggerate. Lips are made redder and plump like berries. Emotion comes with the costume in Kathakali. This dance style originated in Kerala 1500 years ago and remains a hallmark of South Indian culture. As the sun drops, Kathakali dancers take the stage. In low light, after 3 hours of makeup, they arrive seeming something beyond human. And they might be. After all, Kathakali is a celebration of mythology. Gods and demons alike come together to act out stories from Hindu epics. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, war and peace, joy and sadness, they all find a place in Kathakali. One of the most stark traits in a Kathakali performance is the pacha, a bright green face makeup. It's impossible to miss. Pacha is painted on the most noble characters in a performance. Often gods and kings are given this color. Of all dance forms, Kathakali might be the most captivating. Expression underlies the whole performance. Dancers often train for 10 years, perfecting each gesture before ever performing in front of others. Kathakali artists usually express one of 9 emotions, or navrasams, which include anger, wonder, disgust, and tranquility. But what could be seen as clownish instead is deeply layered and sensitive. Watch a Kathakali dancer in action, and you'll see he or she has countless different smiles, countless ways to show sadness. Underneath the elaborate costumes and heavy jewelry, Kathak is a performance where actions speak louder than words, and emotions speak loudest of all. After the break, poetry is performance and paper folding is dance. Curious how? Stick around. On Art, we'll be right back.